Hello guys, so I'm here to do a tutorial on how to make a semi-automatic paintball marker, fully automatic. I have already removed the handle from my marker and I'm going to show you how to make it fully automatic. So I've already disassembled this, assuming that anybody watching this video who is actually going to attempt it knows how to take apart their marker and their handle, and if not, you can probably just look it up online fairly simply. So you gotta pull out this little mechanism here, and it is actually the trigger that triggers your gun, obviously. And then so here, right here is what your cocking mechanism will catch on. Right now mine won't catch because this is not in there. And so the problem with semi-automatic markers is that when you pull the trigger down, this thing won't stay down usually. I have already modified this so it will stay down. Now that would allow this to be cocking mechanism to just go back and forth, making the gun fully automatic. But most guns, as soon as this drops forward, this will drop back, and it'll just slide back so that it won't actually allow itself to stay down, creating the back and forth motion you want in a fully automatic gun. With an RT trigger, what happens is a little pin will knock you back forward, making your trigger, as long as you hold your finger back, it should, if you find your sweet spot, just allow you to do fully automatic. With a true electronic trigger, you just hold it back. I'm not exactly certain of how it works, but I assume it's probably somewhat similar to this, where it just holds this thing down. So what you need to do to make your semi-automatic gun now a fully automatic gun is you need to take it apart here. And so when you take it apart, it should look something like this. One sec, it fell apart on me here. Should look something like this. Now mine, I don't know if you can see there, but in that hole right down there, this pin should be at the back of that hole, or at the front of the hole. Like this should not be that far forward. Let me show you what I mean here. So it slides off there, and usually what had happened is it would look like this back, making the trigger useless for it. But what I have done is I have pushed it forward, put a pin in there so it stays forward, making this thing always affect it, the trigger always affect it. So to do that, I just took a regular ballpoint pen like this and took out the tip. And here is my tip right here. It's in my fingers there. And what I did is I just need to find it. Found it. And then I pushed this forward. Pushed it forward. And I dropped the tip in the hole in front of the silver mount for the cocking mechanism's trigger. That makes the trigger always affect it. So if I hold the trigger down, this stays down and it won't recock. So it just keeps going at whatever pace your gun can possibly go at. It's an absolute gas hog that way, but it is what works and makes a fully auto gun truly fully auto. It makes your gun as fully auto as possible, and I recommend you get some sort of amazing hopper for this, because it will make your gun shoot really fast. I personally do not really need that, but I found it really a neat kind of thing that I found out just taking my gun apart to oil it. And so if you can see this here, I'll just put this plaque back on here. There, it's on there. And see this? If the pin were not in there, every time I pulled my trigger, it would go back. And it would not allow the gun to recock. But what I've done here is if I hold my trigger down, this will stay down. And if I just, so it allows me to pretty much allow my gun to shoot as fast as possible. I've also done a smaller modification. I took a spring out of, say, just a regular push pen, clicker pen. Took the spring out. It just makes the trigger easier to pull, so when you are doing semi-automatic, you can go at a ridiculous pace. It just makes the trigger easier to pull. Pretty much eliminated by this, but whatever, it's still nice. And then you just put it back inside your handle. See, my gun apparently should eventually take an RT. That's what that spot there, I'm pretty sure, is for. And you just put your trigger back on there. Reattach this here. I will post another video, hopefully fairly soon, with the results of this little experiment, if you will. And I know some of you will be thinking, oh, you should just buy an RT or an electronic trigger or some sort of product that will make your gun fully auto. But this literally cost me not much more than $1, if that, and it should last me forever. An electronic trigger, I would have to buy the electronic trigger, which would cost me $100, plus an air tank, because I don't have one of those yet, which would cost me at least another $100 if I wanted a pretty good one. And then where would I really be? I would be pretty much at the same result here, paying a lot more. So wish you guys best of luck with this, and good day.